When we think of kings and queens, we imagine elegance, silk gowns, gold embroidery, and flawless beauty, but under those magnificent layers of royal clothing was a secret so dirty, it might just ruin your fairy tale image of royalty forever. Throughout history, clothing wasn't just fashion, it was power. A king's robe could weigh over 30 pounds, dripping in velvet and fur. Queens wore dresses with layers upon layers of fabric, corsets so tight they could barely breathe, and skirts so wide they needed servants just to walk. But beneath all this grandeur was a very different reality, one the royal portraits never showed. In the Middle Ages, and even well into the 18th century, bathing wasn't a regular royal habit, in fact. Many kings and queens believed water could spread disease, so they avoided bathing for weeks, sometimes months. Instead, they layered perfumes to mask the smell. But the heavy fabrics, fur linings, and unwashed skin created the perfect breeding ground for lice, fleas, and worse, royal undergarments weren't washed daily, sometimes not even monthly. In some courts, linen shirts were worn until they turned visibly yellow. The result? A constant war with vermin. Fleas were so common that even royal banquets had special flea traps, tiny boxes lined with blood-soaked cloth to lure and kill them. Wigs, a royal fashion statement, became nests for lice. Some kings had their wigs powdered heavily, not just for style, but to suffocate the bugs hiding inside, and those stunning gowns. They were rarely washed. Washing silk or velvet could ruin it, so the dirt, sweat, and even food stains stayed, until the fabric literally wore out. For royalty, comfort came second. Clothing was a political statement. The more elaborate and impractical the outfit, the more it said, "I am above physical labor. I am wealth. I'm power," even if that meant wearing garments so hot in summer that fainting was common, or enduring the unbearable itch of fleas while keeping a perfect royal smile. Today, we see these outfits in museums and admire their beauty, but if you could step back in time, stand next to a real king or queen, you might be too busy holding your nose to notice the jewels. So next time you see a grand royal portrait, remember, the true history isn't always as glamorous as it looks.